Ladies and gentlemen, there is no doubt in my mind that they're preparing for something big that's coming. Things are happening and they're accelerating at a speed that is almost breakneck. And every day it seems like a video is dropping that's trying to prepare us not just for chaos and not just for the stuff that's coming with disclosure, but preparing us for what I would call a new religion, the Great Deception, the UFO religion. We're going to be covering that and more tonight on The Big Picture. Let's go.
Honey, I've got it. The big picture. We're doing this. We ain't scared. We are ready. You are watching The Big Picture. Let's go.
Let's go. All right, breaking in the queen right now. There she is. There she is.
We're not talking about black velvet neither. When we talk about new religion. That'll bring you to your knees.
Oh,
black velvet.
You did not. I was not prepared for that.
Right?
We did not rehearse
Who
that.
out there was, right?
Oh, my God.
We don't care.
Flashing back.
I've got the sword of the spirit.
You scared me. You got weapons?
Give me the real sword.
Oh, okay, ready.
We got this. We got this. We don't really need that. We got this. We got all the things.
We got all the things.
Back up off of me. You don't want none.
We ain't scared. We ain't scared.
Don't even. Sorry for the noise. No, I'm not. I'm not sorry. Sorry, not sorry.
Did you have a cup of coffee before you came in here? What happened?
I did have about 4 Diet Cokes today.
Okay.
But that's not what's going on here.
They calling you out. They're like, my goodness.
What are they saying?
It's good. It's good. They're excited.
Okay.
Got Sand Mountain in the house watching.
Sand Mountain.
Come on, we love Sand Mountain.
Is that our Sand Mountain?
It probably is. I don't think there's but one Sand Mountain.
Okay, I only know about one.
I'm going to call it one. Riverview, Florida's in the house. We got... y'all start shouting out where you at. Now, we're not going to spend a whole lot of time on that, but we'll go back and look at it.
Don't listen to him. You don't just say something.
We'll go back.
And then say, go ahead, but we're not really going to spend a whole
lot
of time on
We'll go back.
That. Don't listen to him.
We got to cover stuff. We can't just sit here and talk about where everybody's from. All right.
No fear, James Cooper, no fear.
No fear. Come on. Yeah. Sending love from Alaska. Come on. That's bucket list for me, y'all. I'm coming to your place eventually. I'm going to try to get her to go with me. She don't like to travel.
God. He wants to go to Australia. That's only like 18 hours flight.
Bucket list.
Alaska. At least that's one of our states, right?
Yeah.
Where else?
I want to go to Europe.
I
want to actually go to Russia. I want to visit Rick Renner. I want to go to Rick Renner's church in Russia.
Oh my goodness.
Yep. All right, so look, we got Kaylin. You're making me sad, Bama, for 13 more days. Oh,
we love Kaylin.
We prayed for y'all Sunday.
Everybody out there, send love to Kaylin.
Hey, and if anybody knows a good spirit-filled, preach the gospel, uncompromised church in Savannah, Georgia, drop it in the live chat because we got 2 of our members that are moving to Savannah, Georgia. That's very sad. We're sad.
And we need to take care of them.
Yeah.
Y'all need to love on them. We got to bless them. And we got to find them a good new physical church. They're never leaving us, right?
That's right.
They're never leaving us.
That's right.
But they do need a physical place. Got a young one also. Needs a home with the little friends. Hey, Marcia.
Look, we got folks watching from Massachusetts, Canada, Israel.
I see Alabama,
Nebraska, Coleman County.
Go back to Israel. Who is that?
That's James
Cooper.
That's James Cooper.
They just said no fear.
My goodness, he's what is that? John Wayne. His icon is John Wayne. He must be tough. He's probably a tough guy. I like that. We got a lot of Alabama folks in here.
Tracy Hayes, look at you, girl.
Southern Indiana, Colorado.
Oh my goodness.
Come on, go to Fivefold Ministry. We got all kinds of folks in here.
We loving it tonight.
Southeast Missouri. Come on. All right, so you got to stay with us to the end. We always tell you that because first of all, it's valuable information throughout the night. Okay, by the time we get to the Supernatural AI update at the end,
we know you're sick.
What?
We know some of you get the willies.
No, sick of what?
By that point of the show, they're like, oh my gosh, you're freaking me out and stuff.
Not our people. Our people are armed and ready.
You can handle it.
I thought you were saying I was sick. I didn't know what you was talking about. I'm not sick. But
I don't know what you're talking about. What you're talking about.
I'm trying to hype it up and you keep interrupting me.
I'm talking here.
Okay, all right. Okay, so all right, let's go back. Face. All right, there we go. Scene. So I can't stop smiling.
What?
I keep trying to change my scene, but I'm just happy. I'm a happy person.
Okay.
But
sure. Jersey, hey.
But what does not make me happy is the latest video that I saw drop from Dr. Stephen Greer.
So you better stay with us.
You better stay with us because at the end we're gonna react a little bit to the video that dropped today, as well as a video from Katie Pasoka that dropped on the Wi-Fi's.
Hey, Brother Bob.
And we're going to react to both of those videos that are
the one I told you about?
Yes.
Professor Diana Pasoka.
I'm going to call
Diana.
her Doctor. I ain't calling her Professor.
Diana Pasoka.
But we're going to talk about the emerging UFO religion, and it is happening.
For real.
And we're going to tell you about a very special event if you're in driving distance where you can come to Birmingham and get more information about that.
Absolutely.
It's gonna be huge.
Coming up quick.
Like in 2 days.
Just drop all plans.
Change
your plans.
Come on to Alabama.
What's up? Delayed.
All right, here we go. Let's get into the news. Got to cover breaking news first. Breaking news. Supreme Court has upheld President Trump's executive order restricting mail-in voting ahead of midterms. This is a huge thing here.
Brace yourself. Incoming.
Earlier this Monday, U.S. District Judge Irina Tawani.
Oh, here we go. So early in the show. Too.
Yeah, exactly. I think she's from Alabama. An Obama appointee expanded her previous block on President Trump's executive order on mail-in voting. The Boston-based judge previously blocked President Trump's March 2025 executive order, specifically his attempt to create a federal voter list. In March 25, President Trump signed an executive order preserving and protecting the integrity of American elections. Quote, free, fair, and honest elections unmarred by fraud, errors, suspicion, are fundamental to maintaining our constitutional republic. The right of American citizens to have their votes properly counted and tabulated without legal dilution is vital to determining the rightful winner of an election. Under the Constitution, state governments must safeguard Americans' elections in compliance with federal laws that protect American voting rights and guards against the dilution of illegal voting, discrimination, fraud, and other forms of malfeasance and error. Yet, the United States has not adequately enforced federal election requirements that, for example, prohibit states from counting ballots received after Election Day or prohibit non-citizens from registering to vote. And then it goes on to say that several federal laws prohibit foreign nationals from registering to vote or voting in federal elections. On August 11th, the judge blocked the U.S. Postal Service from implementing Trump's executive order that would make mail-in ballots more secure. On Monday, the High Court paused the judge's ruling that blocked key parts of President Trump's executive order restricting mail-in ballots. The three liberal justices, Kagan, Jackson, and Sotomayor, dissented. And this is what CNBC reported on what we're talking about. The Supreme Court on Monday sided with President Donald Trump, for now, in his effort to impose sweeping new restrictions on distributing mail ballots, putting on hold a lower court ruling that had blocked key parts of the plan ahead of November's midterm elections. The justices, over 3 dissents, paused a ruling by this judge that we mentioned in Boston that prevented the Trump administration from carrying out portions of the March executive order involving the U.S. Postal Service. The decision is an interim victory for Trump and does not resolve the underlying legality of his order. It does not immediately clear the way for the new mail-in ballot system to take effect. A separate injunction was issued on August 11th that still bars the Postal Service from implementing the procedural changes for the November 3rd elections. The administration would need to overcome that order as well. So that's a lot.
That is a lot.
But what it basically is, was that up there? Did I even have that up there? Yes. I was reading it from here. It was up there?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Because I didn't know if I went back to it or not. But
coffee.
Yeah, I just had the cup right before I came in here.
More coffee.
But what it basically is saying is that, y'all, how many years? I mean, we've been around a while, me and you.
We've been around a minute.
We've been around a minute.
And don't you dare doubt it.
Yeah.
When somebody has been married for 37 years, now look I was 13 and he was 15, but still, just kidding.
Just kidding.
We're way older than that.
Just kidding.
Yeah, we've been here a while.
And you're still happily married to me, by the way.
So happy.
Happy. Yes.
Look at this face.
Look at this face.
It's not distress or anything. It's just like so much joy, right?
You love it.
Happiness and joy. Joy.
What I was trying to say.
What?
Is that we have been around a while, and we can remember not too long ago when we had election night on election day.
And we did an 8-hour show?
And I'm talking about, before we was on YouTube where people counted votes on the night of the election.
Sure.
And it was over.
Okay.
That's what I'm talking about.
You're talking about the opposite of that
8-hour show.
Pregnant Chad thing.
Yeah, that's when it all started.
That George H.W. Bush.
Yeah.
What were the pregnant Chad?
Pregnant Chad.
What were the other kind of Chads?
I don't even care.
Yeah. So it took how many days for us to determine.
Well,
whatever,
it was the Supreme Court that stopped it. Of course, to this day they say Al Gore got robbed. But are we not all thankful that Al Gore did not become president?
Back to what you were saying.
But what happened to the actual election day?
Election day. Right.
One of the things that's spinning around here is that people are, and I think it's a great idea, make election day a national holiday. To where most people, not all people would be able to, but same thing.
Are there other countries that do that?
I don't have any idea.
You would think maybe there would be at least a European country.
I mean, you just have the day off for the most part and people can go vote.
All right.
But people don't want to do that because they don't have the ways to commit fraud.
Crystal said I had 4 fridge cigs today.
I don't know what that means. So listen,
I'm listening.
Can we focus, please?
No, I'm having trouble.
I'm about to kick you off the show. We're trying to do news here. Okay, quit looking at the live chat.
I want to stay though.
Hanging Chad. Look what
pregnant
you dangling Chad. Look what you started.
See, it's just so interesting. You can't just gloss over something like that.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Let's just stop right now and pray for Harry. This is very serious. Pastor Larry, could you keep my wife, Sarah, in prayer? She's been diagnosed with breast cancer.
Everybody
Look,
pray.
we're not afraid to
Everybody
stop right
pray.
now. Father, in the name of Jesus, we pray for Harry's wife right now, that God, you would touch her right now. God, we believe that you're bigger than cancer. Lord, if you're going to use treatments, if you're going to work through that, we pray for the doctors. We pray for it to go well. Yes. Lord, that they'll be able to get everything out. There'll be no issues. But more than anything, God, we pray you bring her through this, heal her body, and touch her right now in Jesus' name. Amen. All right, I do think we need to talk about some serious things, and then we're going to break down this new UFO religion. But we've got to talk about, obviously, every week we talk about the war. There's a new front on the war, and it's an economic front. Bessent warns there's something called an economic D-Day that is waiting. You ever heard this word before? Recalcitrant Iran.
No, and while we're here, why did it have to be him?
Because he's the guy that runs it. What do you mean why did it have to be him?
I don't know. Every time I look at him.
Sandy.
You know what I'm thinking.
Doesn't matter.
Okay.
He's in charge. He has to be the one. All right, so let's just read this. Let's just read this.
Robotic,
the single greatest financial offense ever awaits Iran at the U.S.-Israel war with the totalitarian Islamic regime enters its endgame. Bessent further cautioned the U.S. would sever all economic ties with the country in an economic D-Day, and any nation partnering with Iran financially would also be isolated. He so described it in an opinion piece for the Financial Times newspaper published out in London. Quote, the world should understand that our objective is to sever every economic lifeline that sustains the tyrannical regime until Tehran stands alone. Exactly what the economic pressure on Iran would involve is yet to be made clear, but Bessent is expected to do so in a press conference in the United States. And he did do that today. The BBC reports Iran waved away Bessent's comments and said it would not be cowed while shutting down all exports from the region if the war continues, according to news agency Reuters. The hardline leader of Iran's National Security Council said in a post on X, any country's support for new economic measures would be seen as an act of war. The Iranian regime has also issued a new warning to shipping not to pass through the Strait of Hormuz without its permission. 1/5 of the world's oil and gas usually passes through this troubled strait, a waterway south of Iran, but the flow has been effectively blocked by the Islamic regime since the conflict began at the end of February. Iran's currency hit a record low Monday on the back of Bessent's threat of new sanctions, adding further pressure on an economy already battered by previous sanctions and a U.S. naval blockade. So it's supposed to be an economic, I would say, tsunami to bring them down. I can't remember. Okay, here it is. I was about to say I couldn't remember. This is one more thing, and then we'll talk about it. It says Iran's currency crashes to $2 million to the dollar as Trump administration readies new sanctions offense. That's insane.
That's crazy.
So it's the
how can that even be calculated?
I know it. Look at this. The Iranian rial, is that how you say it? Rial, I guess. Iranian rial just crashed to a new record low.
Where are you reading that from? Okay, I see.
Right here. 2.02 million against the U.S. dollar. Look at that. That's insane. You're a billionaire in Iran if you have $495. Oh a billionaire.
I was outside.
That's insane.
Spraying some water on my dying grass that I planted recently. But anyway, I was listening I was listening to someone and they were saying supposedly Iran is losing like in the hundreds of millions per day because of this whole Strait of Hormuz thing.
Yeah.
And I'm sure everyone is suffering. Like,
absolutely.
I know diesel has spiked here. So if that's the case, how long will that last? And what are we about to see? Because when you raise the price of diesel, it affects everything that
100%.
is shipped and moved,
Yeah.
which is, I guess, from your fast food, restaurant food, all the way down to the tiniest thing that shows up in Walmart and way beyond that. So I'm distressed for my own country.
Right.
I don't know what everybody else is feeling. I don't want to see anybody suffer. But what does this Christmas look like? How many companies are hanging on through Christmas to see if, they're going to be back in 2027?
Yeah, I agree with you. There's so much uncertainty.
Yes.
So much a feeling of uncertainty. And on the flip side, for those that have the proper biblical worldview and you know what God said is coming, even in that uncertainty, you have a peace.
Yes.
So I would just want to encourage everybody that, there's a lot going on, but we're just telling you about this going on so you will not be caught off guard, but not to operate in the spirit of fear. Okay. And that's our assignment. That's our assignment here.
Yeah.
We're not going to be afraid to talk about what's going on in the world. We're going to wholeheartedly tell you the truth, but we're also going to tell you there is a peace that passes all understanding.
Absolutely.
All right.
Can we pause for one moment?
Sure.
I want to talk about something real briefly that's not necessarily anything to do with tonight's show.
You got BG in the house, by the way. Go ahead.
All right. I want to thank everyone who watched Thursday night show with Stan Deo. And if you haven't, you need to go and catch that because, oh boy, he is back and he was on fire.
Yes, he was.
I thought he was not 80 years old yet, and he revealed he's actually 82.
82 years old.
That's also not what I want to share with you. If you watch the show, you will have heard a request to help Stan Deo because his wonderful company, EMP Shield, was
UFO
taken
deception
from him.
Yep.
And, I don't think he'll mind me saying again that they are struggling. Him and Holly are struggling. So we put out a request that, if you would consider helping him, go buy a book. What is the website we need to go to?
Standeo.com.
Standeo.com.
And some of you were wondering about the donation. Let me just show you this right here. So you go to standeo.com, and then right at the top, you'll see it's very small, but it says donate.
Mm-hmm.
You click donate. It's going to take you to a separate page, shopping cart, and then you can add to cart. It's like $10 for this thing that's there, but you can change the amount, I believe. And you can add anything you want, I believe. Yeah. Let's see. I think maybe you can't, but either way, I also linked it down below, but you can go watch the actual program. This is the program here.
Right.
And
great program. I cannot say enough, but listen,
and the address.
Stan and Holly Deo.
You can see the address on the screen there.
Yes.
I'm going to make it big so y'all can see it.
Yeah.
So if y'all want to write it down real quick, there's the address.
I believe the Lord will bless you. Larry and Sandy Ragland have, put up.
And he did write me and tell me that many of you did. And we want to say thank you to all that did.
And I hope more will do so.
Yeah.
This man has given his life to very important causes. He, at 82 years old, is still working. He's still inventing.
Yeah,
he is still trying to get grant money to get his inventions that are going to help humanity out there. But, it's tough times. Yep. And if these grants don't come through, I don't know if that's going to be possible. Either way, he has to survive. He has to take care of his family.
And we need his voice right now.
We need him. We need him.
People like him, L.A. Marzulli, others like that. I mean, they've been talking about this stuff way before the final flood, way before you even woke up. I mean, they were paving the way.
100%.
All right, so we're in another war. It's a financial war again, but we've new front with our neighbors up to the north. Many of you that are watching right now, Canada and America are going into another trade war, and I would say what they call it, tariff war. Ontario's premier, he's been known for headlines. He says that he's ready to cut electricity to America. Many of you don't even realize that some of our northern states get electricity from Canada. Critical minerals, as well as trade war worsens. Doug Ford tells the Associated Press that Ronald Reagan would be throwing up over President Donald Trump's trade policies and threatened to cut off electricity and critical minerals to the United States if the Canada-U.S. trade fight worsens. So, yeah, he goes on. It's just a tirade back and forth between Trump and him. But, if you're from Canada, let us know, what are they saying up there? We'll go back and look at the live chat. But I don't even really know the full details on it because we were both running like crazy today.
Right.
But supposedly it fell apart. The prime minister, whatever they call it, the president of Canada and Trump, they just couldn't see eye to eye. Yeah. And so it's now like 50% tariff both ways. And
didn't we do this a while back?
I think so.
And it calmed down, and I'm sure it will calm down again. Any kind of pain that they could cause us, I'm sure we could equal that or worse. We're having some little fits here, and like it or not, I believe Donald Trump does have the art of the deal down pretty well. And if he doesn't get exactly what he wants, there's a good chance he might get close. So get the popcorn and let's see what happens.
All right. So I see people, making comments.
It's all good. I saw it.
Yeah. Well, she's gone. So,
no.
Yeah, it's okay. It's all good. But, we don't do that. We don't do that. All right. So we fixed it. All right. It's all good. It's okay to criticize what we're saying and how we're saying it, but no, she ain't going nowhere. All right, here we go.
Oh,
all right.
I hate that.
Yeah, it's all good. All right, here we go.
Love everybody.
Trump's continued distrust in election integrity has experts eyeing his next move. President's speech, declassification of documents, and heightened claims of non-citizen voting have experts concerned. A series of moves by Donald Trump's administration to sow doubt in the integrity of U.S. elections has intensified concern among voting experts and sparked hope among election deniers that if it could declare a national emergency. The White House and U.S. federal agencies have released a string of documents this summer, including disputed analysis of alleged voting by non-citizens and historical intelligence memos, stoking expectations that the U.S. president could move to exert greater control over U.S. midterm elections. I believe that we have major election issues. I believe that we have major fraud.
Have we not seen that?
We've seen it on both sides.
Right.
There's no doubt about it. Some people, depending on how far you want to go, believe that Trump is the only president in modern times that's been elected for 3 consecutive terms. That's what he always says, that he's going, he stokes the fires by saying he's going to run again. Whatever. Whatever you believe on that, I think there has been cheating on next level for the last, 8, 10, 12 years now. It's going to another level.
Surely.
And I don't think it's going to come to an end anytime soon. I think we're going to say one more thing about elections. We're going to move on from tonight's show.
How many days away? How close is it?
I don't know. It's August 24th now. So come on, pull your phone out and find out.
So less than 3?
Look, and it's, I'm telling you, when the midterms are over with, there's going to be election fraud getting ready for the presidential election. It's always going to be fraud, unless you take one day, and I'll still be fraud on this day, one day like we always went through our whole life. There was never anything except for you got in a line, you went in and you voted, you went home, and by that night you found out who won.
Absolutely.
What happened? How have we got to a place that we don't think that we can do that?
It's the denigration and what is another word that we see across the board of almost everything, right?
Exactly.
And by doing these things, and I know we want to give opportunities for everyone to be able to vote, right?
Right.
So we brought these things in and we made them more popular, and people just jumped on the coattails of that and
what
caused
started,
corruption.
Where it went on another level on so many ways is COVID. When COVID happened, y'all, I don't know if we will ever know how many things actually got changed during COVID. That will never go back. It was so planned. Now, I'm not even talking about the actual disease, the actual virus. I'm talking about they were waiting for something.
I get what you're saying.
And I'm telling you, this whole world permanently changed.
I'm seeing the videos, and I probably need to try to figure out how to get out of this algorithm of people that, they'll openly say, I can't do 9 to 5. I'm not doing.
Bless your heart.
I'm not doing a 9 to 5. I can't do it. I cannot do it. And there's this mentality, and it's not even just elitism. It's just a whole mentality of, really, I can't. This is too hard. You expect me to come into an office, work 9 to 5 do you understand my mental health is at risk? I mean, and this is common. And
it ain't just young people.
It's not just young people. And
it's people our age.
I am agreeing with what you said just on that one, on this just one thing. We got out of rhythm, if you want to use that word.
Absolutely.
We got out of practice. Being at home so long and just having a whole different workflow and way of life. People that were not already in the workforce that are, coming into the workforce now, they have no concept. People that got used to not being at the office every day, it just did a number on them. So COVID did a lot of things.
It affected us mentally too.
Yes.
I mean, people are not the same.
No, they're not.
Not just systems. Would you all agree in the live chat? People are not the same. The work ethic is gone. People, as you were speaking about, people just, they don't want to talk to people. They don't want to have conversations. We don't know how to talk to people. They got to text people. We won't even take a phone call. Y'all be honest, how many of y'all get mad when somebody calls you? And you ignore it and you wait for them to text you?
How dare you?
It's like we have lost our ability.
You know what? Go ahead and call me, but don't even expect me to answer.
Exactly. I mean, it's like voicemail. Who checks voicemail anymore?
I remember
everything changed.
I remember years ago. I don't remember the dividing line or how many years ago this was, but you can expect that older people, especially seniors, they're not going to be mean or jerks.
Right.
Okay. Now I are one now.
I was about to say.
But I can remember growing up, being a kid, a teenager, a young adult. You just did not see an older person flip some. I'm not going to say it never happened, but just be mean, be a jerk, do all the things that you would expect just a kid or a punk or something to do. But now everybody is just on edge, at their wits' end, and done with you and everything else. Yeah,
you're exactly right.
So sad.
So sad. Well, this was also going on during the pandemic, and I think it might be coming to an end. Mr. Zelensky. As many mainstream media outlets speculate on Zelensky's departure, former Minister Fedorov, did I nail it? Becomes Ukrainian opposition leader.
I think you're really close on that one.
I'm getting better. Would you give me at least that I'm getting better?
You have shown a lot of improvement.
Okay. And I do not have AI attached to me helping this is just pure Alabama.
Don't have that pronunciation app working.
No, this is pure liar. It's old liar. Becomes Ukrainian opposition leader, says president, should be questioned about rampant construction. Zelensky now has a direct political opponent as the mainstream media is letting go of his hand.
Got to be kidding me.
That's what it says. Yesterday, as Ukraine celebrated its 35th Independence Day, a flurry of heads of state and government and other political leaders converged on Kiev, making the usual protestations of support. Today, the new British Prime Minister, Andy Burnham, made his first international trip to Kiev, bringing the blueprints for what they call Storm Shadow missiles. But if you take a look at the world's headlines, you will find an astonishing change in the wind direction as several outlets speculate about the end of Vladimir Zelensky's power. Unheard says Zelensky is running out of power. The BBC, the campaign to replace Zelensky. The Wall Street Journal, Zelensky's leadership comes under biggest threat since war began. Tovima, how long can Zelensky hold on? Berliner Zeitung, Zelensky's time is up. Only a resignation will make him a war hero. The Times, is the tide at home turning against President Zelensky? The Telegraph, is this the beginning of the end for Zelensky? Y'all, this is the guy that's his opposition leader. There was,
he looks like a kid.
He does. There was no negative media about Zelensky not too long ago.
They build you up so they can tear you down.
So the question is this the end of not only Zelensky, is this the end of the war?
Yeah, I'd be anxious to see if there are any more stories like this come out, because this could be the shot across the bow and the opening salvo. But yeah, I'd be assured if they want to get rid of you, more than likely they're going to be able to do it.
And this opposition guy that's actually in the military as well, that worked for him for a while, is now saying that he told the BBC that a money laundering investigation announced last week meant Zelensky should be asked about his awareness of potential corruption within his inner circle. The former minister also repeated his appeal for elections to be held in Ukraine days after releasing a video where he called for a wartime vote. We should not be afraid of discussing it. That's what democracy is all about. Yeah. If I cannot share my ideas and be open about them with my own society, what are we fighting for? Right. And that's him. So there's always been accusation of rapid, misuse of funds. And
sure, they'd say, he got a yacht and a villa and
his wife taking vacations and all this during the war.
Oh, God forbid she take a vacation. But yeah, I'm sure some of those things did happen. But, I don't think anyone can deny he's been very useful for the cause to this point. So are we turning a page or turning a corner where they see he's not going to be able to do whatever the next agenda is? I don't know. Probably if they want to get rid of him, it'll be swift and not long and drawn out.
All right. So I just got a text that I got to read.
Okay.
From Miss Heidi Begley.
Heidi Begley.
Yeah, Paul Begley's wife. So most of you know Paul Begley and his wife Heidi. Mm-hmm. And if you are in Indiana, I will be there in Indiana this Friday night. Let me see if I can show y'all this. Even though, Paul, I love you, but this AI picture that you made of me.
Who is this?
I'm gonna talk to him when I get up there.
Well,
I'm gonna
the
say,
real
Paul,
Larry Ragland,
yeah.
Please stand up.
So if you're in driving distance of it, it's called Summer Fire, a weekend of revival, prophecy, worship. All right, so I'm gonna click on here. I want y'all to look at this dude up here. So I'm gonna zoom it out here. Look at that guy holding the final flood. Who is that? Who's that guy on the left? Who is that? Paul, you look like Paul.
It's not Troy Brewer.
Although Paul's lost a lot of weight since that picture.
That is you.
I think that was supposed to be me. All right. But here's what she just said to me. Friday night, opening revival service, I'll be preaching. I'm only going to be there that night. And I was not expecting this, but it's a cool thing. And this may be some of you that have requested this. We have several requests for baptisms on Friday night so they could be baptized by Bishop Ragland and Pastor Paul. So make sure you have an extra change of clothes that night. This is for me. That we got 2 coming from Michigan, somebody coming from Wisconsin, and several others that are driving in Friday night to be baptized. So if that's you, I'm excited to baptize you in Indiana this Friday night. So come and be a part of that, y'all.
Good stuff.
It's going to be awesome. And then next week, this coming Sunday, Sunday morning and Sunday night, we will be in the Los Angeles, California area, Whittier, California. If you look for City Church in Whittier, California, just look it up. Sandy and I both will be there. And Sunday morning and Sunday night.
Looking forward to it.
On the West Coast. And then we're going to spend some time with L.A. Marzulli and his wife.
I finally get to meet Peggy.
We're going to find out who's Thelma and who's Louise.
Okay. I thought L.A. told us the last time we saw him.
But he says
he'll clear it up.
He'll clear it up. Speaking of clearing it up, what's going on here with Ilhan Omar? It is confirmed today that ICE enforcement is saying that they confirmed that there are proceedings underway against Ilhan Omar over immigration fraud.
Is it because, so it's not because she
married her brother?
No, that was also very concerning. But became a multimillionaire
Yeah.
after a very short time.
Exactly. President Donald Trump on Sunday night appeared to confirm that federal immigration authorities have active or contemplated enforcement proceedings against Radical Squad Democrat Representative Ilhan Omar of Minnesota over longstanding allegations of immigration fraud. He shared a bombshell report from Just the News revealing that ICE refused to release records concerning its investigation into the Minnesota Democrat. ICE claimed that disclosing the records, listen to this, could interfere with enforcement proceedings. I would just seriously doubt. But the rumor is that they're getting ready to maybe deport Ilhan Omar. I mean, y'all, that what would happen? What would happen in Minnesota?
World, talk about a dumpster fire.
Yeah. I just don't see it happening.
That would be very serious.
I mean, yeah, come on. I maybe, but that's just wild to me. All right, y'all remember Nick Shirley? Well, guess what? He went out there and started exposing fraud in Los Angeles. So you know what they did? Instead of fixing the fraud, they created a bill called Stop Nick Shirley. And it's literally called the Stop Nick Shirley Act.
Is there hope for that? I know some of you,
California, we're coming to you this weekend.
live there or have lived there or have people that live there. But what are you guys doing? My goodness.
Yeah. Newsom signs the Stop Nick Shirley Act into law. A blow to investigative reporting, say critics. Governor Newsom signed this controversial Stop Nick Shirley Act Saturday, which critics say will suppress investigative journalism in the state. Newsom, however, won't be around to officially field any First Amendment court challenges on this assembly bill. The law does not take effect until October 1st, 2027, nearly 10 months after the North Carolina Democrat has left office because of term limits. The bill expands the state's, quote, Safe at Home program to employees of nonprofits that purportedly help people navigating the U.S. immigration system. What that could mean, critics say, is investigative reporters are banned from seeking to interview workers whose organizations are suspected of fraud. Mia Bonta, the Alameda Democrat, who introduced the bill back in February, has rejected that interpretation, saying the law does not conflate legitimate journalism with the doxing target by Safe at Home. Our immigrant service providers are living in fear because of extremists looking to demonize the work that they do and the populations they serve. That is an intolerable consequence of the anti-immigration rhetoric that exists right now. In other words, if you work for NBC, ABC, CBS, any of the mainline, you can come and do your little interviews because we know you're not going to say anything bad about us. But if you're a guy that's got a YouTube channel that's just walking around trying to expose you, you're going to go to jail. And that's what Nick Shirley was. Nick Shirley exposed billions of dollars of fraud.
Right. He started in
billions.
What state was it?
Minnesota.
Minnesota. And is that his two big things that he did? Minnesota, California?
He's all across the country, but those are the two big ones. And I'm talking about, then you factor in there. Remember, we showed what he revealed about, what was it, nursing homes or something, that there was more in one county funds going to one county of something. I forgot which one it was, than the whole nation.
Yeah. That is still so hard to even process and digest. How in this world, as if the previous story about the Leering centers wasn't crazy enough.
I heard this week that, I forget which official said it, but they said if they were to eliminate, I forgot what percentage of the fraud that is in Medicare, that it would double the estimated lifespan of Medicare right immediately. Just that alone would double it and put years and years on the lifespan of Medicare before it goes insolvent. Just if they expose the fraud, that's how much fraud is in there.
How much money is actually in this country?
Think about that.
I mean, if you
think about USAID,
I was about to say, if you just take these two things and USAID, God only knows how many other scandals and corruptions and whatever are out there. What amount of money would you come up with?
Unbelievable. I believe there's more money way more money of tax dollars being spent on fraud and black budgets than all other things we know about combined.
Speaking of black budgets, do not leave this show early tonight.
That's right. If you come in late, we're going to talk about Dr. Stephen Greer and what he is bringing out, y'all. And I know I got to pray because he's got his people, and they're probably watching. The algorithm has caught us.
We got people too.
We got people too, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So now we're also talking about, earlier we were talking about Zelensky. Well, let's talk a little bit about Putin. Putin is, Putin.
Pooty poot.
Pooty poot. Did I say Putin's Putin? Did I say that right? Is he Putin?
Please don't make me have to look for a pen so I can write this down.
Pooty Putin's.
We're going to strike that from the record.
The Putin of Pooty Putin.
Mm.
Putin's newest submarine. What's this, y'all? This is crazy. Is designed to carry Poseidon Doomsday weapon, which, quote, can unleash tsunamis it launches for the first time.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah. The Kremlin sent the nuclear submarine, here we go, Khabarovsk. Off Khabarovsk. I got it. Don't challenge me. I know I nailed it. Khabarovsk. Whatever. Off to sink jobs in the White Sea with no fanfare last week.
Khabarovsk.
The 10,000-ton submarine has been designed to carry up to 6 Poseidon nuclear torpedoes on top of its ordinary anti-ship land attack missiles. The Poseidon missiles are said to have a range of more than 6,000 miles, can dive as deep as 3,280 feet. In theory, analysts say an underwater blast created by Poseidon could drive a massive radioactive surge inland, sending huge tsunami waves that could devastate cities. In recent days, Kremlin propagandists have called on Putin to launch the potentially deadly missile at the UK in retaliation for Britain's decision to supply Ukraine with drones that were used to strike Russian territory. Vladimir Solovak said on TV, presenter said, give the British 3 days to learn to breathe underwater, then hit them with Poseidon.
He said specifically British.
So he says, give the British 3 days to learn to breathe underwater, then hit them with Poseidon. When Putin confirmed a Poseidon test earlier this year, he said Russia had launched it from a submarine and then activated the reactor that powers it. Look at this. It's got 15 nuclear warheads on several hypersonic glide vehicles designed to strike multiple targets across intercontinental ranges. But it releases a tsunami, and get this, a radioactive tsunami that could wipe out cities with the waves and then the residue of the radioactive material after that.
So they send in the rush of the water, the waves, and the force of all the water. And then after that?
I think maybe, because if it explodes and it's got radioactive material in the ocean and the ocean is pushing the water in, it's a double whammy. And these are conventional weapons. We're not even talking about, the new laser weapons and all that everybody's developing. These are they're still making bombs, y'all. People are still making nuclear weapons.
Yeah. And, we should not discount the destruction of a tsunami. Think about, what year was it that Japan, Fukushima happened? Was that 2011? How long? Was it later than 2011?
I'm not sure.
I don't know. But the Sumatra, because there were there not, I know that there were at least like around 250,000.
You're talking about the Christmas Eve tsunami?
The Sumatra Christmas Eve was around 250,000.
Yeah.
The Japan,
it's horrible.
Fukushima, what was the death toll in that tsunami?
I don't know.
It was way up there.
Yeah. Yeah.
But so, I didn't see that one coming.
Yeah. It's hard. It's bad enough that we got earthquakes like crazy causing tsunamis.
Right.
Now we're launching missiles causing tsunamis, radioactive tsunamis. Wow. But how are people dealing with this? Let me tell you how they're dealing with it. Yeah. This is how they're dealing with it. Record high Americans are smoking the marijuana, while record low smoke cigarettes. Okay, so there's a positive and there's a negative. Maybe some people y'all don't even think there's a negative to it.
Where's the vaping numbers?
Yeah, I don't know.
Thank you, Laura Hunter, 2011. Appreciate you.
Thank you. So an all-time high number of Americans say they smoke the marijuana. despite their cigarettes use matching a record low. Here's the numbers. 17% of Americans say they use the Mary Jane, matching Gallup's record high from 2023. Meanwhile, the estimated number of U.S. adults who reported smoking cigarettes tied to its record low of 11% per the poll. So I just thought that was interesting that now all our lives we heard of a drug that was illegal. Now it's being used more than cigarettes. Any comments or you want to move on?
No, I mean, it's the sad state of affairs. People are stressed out.
They are. I understand.
Okay. It used to be, okay, you just got to worry about your crazy family, hold your marriage together, don't like your boss, whatever. Now it's like everything from every side.
Yep.
It's everything all the time, and people are all on the brink.
Yep. We got the best live chat in the world. I love what Barry says. That tsunami, that radioactive tsunami, he says that's as bad as a Sharknado. By the way, cinema gold. All of them.
Oh, yeah.
All of them. Even the sequels.
Yep, you need to see them all.
They keep coming back. The sharks keep getting in tornadoes.
How do they do it?
How do they do it? Who pitched that? I mean, when I watched that movie, I was like, I would love to have been in the room when he pitched that movie.
Clearly a marijuana smoker.
He's like, y'all, listen. Just seriously. Everybody get ready. This is it.
This will be a sci-fi classic.
With sharks.
And by the time we're done, we will have an entire box set. It's the Sharknado box set.
It made so much money. And how about this? Then they said, and here's the kicker. The way our hero is going to keep killing them is with a chainsaw. He's going to hold a chainsaw and they're going to come at him.
While women are wearing black leather pants and stiletto heels, right?
Exactly.
Don't let this laughter fool you. We saw every one of them.
We saw
we watched them all.
For pure joy.
We were there because we were like, what is it like when you can't look away?
Exactly. Snakes on a plane. Come on. That's true.
I didn't see that one.
We didn't see that one. I don't do snakes. I can handle sharks. I don't do snakes. I don't do snakes. I know y'all gonna get mad at me. Only good snake is a dead snake. Now, I know there's good snakes. I know. Okay, I better shut up because the snake crowd's coming after me.
And stop hitting the table.
World Health Organization claims, get this now, they can declare a pandemic without evidence of an illness. This is what I'm talking about, how the world has changed.
This sounds like the Biden administration.
Oh.
This sounds like, United Nations and the WEF during Biden. I mean, how are you going to put a crazy statement like that out there?
Exactly. Well, earlier this month, the World Health Organization published an updated report, quote, influenza at the Human-Animal Interface Summary and Assessment, covering data assessed between July 8th and April 7th. In it, the document reveals that a pandemic, according to the WHO, can be officially declared even if there is lack of evidence of a pandemic. What?
Well, aren't we all about bringing receipts now? Where are your receipts? You can't just
You're going to tell me to follow the science. Now you're going to tell me to follow this?
Right.
Let's see what it says.
Come on.
Underneath the section heading notifying WHO, all human infections caused by a new subtype of influenza virus are notifiable under the international health regulations. State parties of the IHR 2005 are required to immediately notify the WHO of any laboratory-confirmed case of a recent human infection caused by an influenza A virus with the potential to cause a pandemic. Evidence of illness is not required for this report. Evidence of illness is not required for this report. So now, we're going to declare something that causes control, lockdowns. They're going to try to do masking, all this for something. And they're openly saying that we might not even have evidence that it's even real.
Exactly.
But we're just going to tell you it's real. And then we're going to control you even more.
How do you think that is going to go over? I can't really speak for my entire country, but I certainly don't have the vibe of other countries. People in this country,
there
are many of them that are like, oh no, We're not falling for that again. We're not doing that again. And you want to just declare something with no evidence?
Mhm.
That sounds crazy to me.
And I know that we pulled out of the WHO, President Donald Trump, but that was by executive order. So if a Democrat comes back in office on day one, I promise you that's one of the things we'll go right back in.
Sure.
So it's just because we pulled out of it doesn't mean we're not going to go back in. And they know that. They know that. Are y'all still with us out there?
I hope so.
Hit that like button. Hit that
Don't
like
leave.
button. If y'all still out there, you know what you need to do? You know, get a copy of my book. I see greatness in you, as well as double whammy here, The Final Flood.
Yay.
The Final Flood. They're all both available at thelarryragland.com. But if you want to just get The Final Flood, all you got to do is go to thefinalflood.com, thefinalflood.com, or wherever you get books. Best thing to do is get it at Amazon so you can give us a good review. Let's see. Let's refresh this and see how many reviews we got here. 339 5-star reviews, y'all.
Nice.
It's just amazing. That's you. Thank you very
everyone.
much. We have some amazing testimonies that's coming in from around the world that people are reading this. We have the audio book available now, Kindle version, if you like that, and the paperback. And if you're in Indiana Friday night or Los Angeles this coming Sunday.
Tell them again exactly where in Indiana. We had someone asking earlier.
All right, I'm going to tell you. Let me take this off so I can find it.
It's in Knox, West Lafayette, but the name of the church.
I'm going to get it. Let's see. Is it on this slide right here with my beautiful picture? Mm-hmm. Let's see. I don't have it. It's not on here. I don't see it. It's. I
wish I could remember the name of the church.
I don't know why it's not on here.
I saw someone in chat. Was it Willow? I think had put up some information maybe a couple minutes ago. But yeah, I'm sure if you just look up Pastor Paul Begley, it'd be easy to find.
Well, that's where I'm at.
Are you on paulbegley.com?
Mm-hmm.
paulbegleyprophecy.com?
Yeah,
and you still don't see it?
I don't see the address. Okay, does it say it on this right here? No. Okay, Paul, come on. It's got everybody's preaching there, but not the
Community Gospel Baptist Church. Thank you.
Thank you. All right.
Community Gospel Baptist
And Willow,
Church.
if you can throw the address in there too, if you can look that up for us.
In Knox, Indiana.
Knox, Indiana. Just put the full address in there if people want to make the drive. We'd love to see them. It'd be awesome. Yeah, and look, it's not just the WHO. Look what the governor, I believe, Josh Shapiro, he's the governor of Pennsylvania, right? Yeah. Yeah, Pennsylvania Governor Josh Shapiro is pushing to radically rewrite his state's health code to give his administration authoritarian police powers as he seeks re-election. The Democrats' proposed change would give Pennsylvania Department of Health centralized police powers under the guise of, quote, disease control measures, including the ability, listen to this, in America, to enter homes and schools without a warrant, access confidential medical records, and impose statewide school masks mandates for disease prevention. The Department of Health reports that the governor's office, meaning this change would give Shapiro and his successors the ability to single-handedly implement draconian policies across the state. The administration's proposed new regulations on mask mandates and communicable diseases are deeply concerning. Lawmaker Michelle Brooks told the Daily Wire, these include catch-all authority to impose masking, distancing, and virtually any other disease control measure it wants.
Let's pause right there because, the masking, I don't like that. The distancing, how far-reaching? Because read the last sentence one more time.
And catch-all authority to impose masking, distancing, and virtually any other disease control measure it wants. A statewide vaccine database with mandatory reporting, authority to restrict attendance at funerals, and extraordinary broad powers to monitor private health information and enter private property.
So
this is a state governor.
Here's full clip. He says he's in Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania. Pay attention.
It's the Pennsylvania governor.
This is very serious. I mean, come on. I don't think if that was proposed in our state that would go.
Try that in a small town.
Here we go again. Wouldn't go very well at all. But again, this is Pennsylvania versus Alabama, but Pennsylvania,
But still,
look out for yourselves. Stand up for yourselves. Do not allow this to happen to you.
but here's my question. How in the world do you think, after everything we went through during the pandemic and COVID, and how people have made it very clear, I don't care if you're Democrat or Republican, you ain't going to do that again. People are saying there, and then you just think you still got the power. That's how full of themselves they are. They're full of themselves.
Okay. People forget. They get tired, and quite frankly, we all get a little lazy. Remember, after 9/11, almost every car had an American flag flying on it.
It's true.
Everybody wanted a flags.
Yep.
You know,
you couldn't even buy them; they were sold out.
You couldn't even find one. You couldn't buy one.
Yep.
And yet,
here we are.
Not very long after that, probably 2 years or less after that, look how things begin to change.
Oh yeah, what was the term they come up with? Islamophobia. Yeah, it came up almost immediately. And the mayor of the city that was hit and the towers came down is Muslim, and he is, quite frankly, anti-American. He's a communist.
Yeah. If you didn't realize, this year is the 25th anniversary.
Yep.
And now from that point to this point, what you just said, what a shift.
Exactly. And I like what you said about how people forget. It's amazing to me that, and we take things for granted that they're never going to come back. And one of the things that we talked about here is the World Economic Forum, the whole LGBTQ and the trans, the drag queens reading at the libraries, all that kind of stuff, so much during the Biden administration. And then it just sort of, everybody thought it was over. They just went underground, y'all. It's not over.
Exactly.
And this whole trans thing is being exposed in the WNBA right now. It's being exposed. I mean, it's like all we want to do is simply say and ask one question. What is a woman?
Yeah, I can't answer it though.
Can you not? We have a Supreme Court justice that could not answer.
Supreme Court.
She, in her confirmation hearing, she could not answer what is a woman.
Given all the time in the world, it can't do it. All right, I'm going to write this down this time. Okay, so the story that you just did 1 or 2 stories ago, talking about we're going to not even worry about having proof when we want to say that there's another pandemic. Are you kidding me?
They're counting on us forgetting. Yeah.
And we can't do it this time. We can't allow it to happen this time.
But Sandy, they will.
We can't do it.
The people are so gullible. Look how fast people jump on the latest trend, no matter how stupid it is, no matter how dangerous it is. People have lost their mind. We have been programmed. And now AI, we're going to talk about in just a few minutes in Supernatural AI Update, that AI is not only taking over the internet.
Yeah.
Guess who's using AI more than anybody? AI! AI is using AI more than humans now.
Listen, I still cannot get over the article that we had about Tony Robbins' AI wanting to merge.
With the robot dog.
Wanted him to have a robot dog. Then he wanted to merge with the robot dog. So Tony was moving too slowly. So he just created a business basically and bought the robot dog, had it shipped to the house.
Said, can I please have permission to merge? So now this guy right here, I don't know how much you've been following it. I don't know how to say his name. N.S. Cantor, maybe? Freedom. That's his full name. He used to play in the NBA. So he's just simply making a statement. He goes, you know what? I've declared myself a woman. I don't have any feminine features, but I'm a woman and I'm going to play in the NBA. So if the WNBA, if you cannot define what a woman is, then I declare myself a woman and I'm declaring myself eligible for the draft and I want to play in the WNBA. So he's storing it. You can see a shirt. It says a woman, noun, adult, human, female. So he goes to a WNBA game last night. And look at this. On Sunday, WNBA officials threw former Boston Celtics star N.S. Cantor Freedom out of the Indiana Fever in the Chicago Sky game after Sky guard Natasha Cloud began taunting him. Now Cantor is speaking about the incident. So let's open. He says, I was trying, so I'm not trying to sleep with her, okay? Because the reason he said that is because she goes over there and says she's not going to sleep with you. And they're talking about the famous viral Sophie Cunningham that is standing up for traditional girls. She is one of the few, if not the only one right now in the WNBA that is saying it is not right for men to play in women's sports. And he's there to support her. And so this woman makes the bucket and goes over there and he's standing up he says, all I was doing was cheering because his favorite player just made a bucket. Mm-hmm. She runs over there and starts screaming, she's not going to sleep with you. And he's like, I'm not trying to sleep with her. I'm just here to protect women and support her. And obviously after that, she started yapping. She started walking towards me. I literally just got up and then I was like, I'm just here to protect women. And that's all. He also noted Cloud, who he calls an excellent player, began yelling expletives with young fans in the stands. She started to yell. She started to use some very heavy language. She started actually cussing. I was very shocked that there was a lot of kids there and that there was a lot of teenagers at that game. I just could not believe that she was cussing and using those F-bombs in front of all these kids. I'm sure she's loved in Chicago and many kids are idolizing her and stuff, but that's not how a WNBA athlete should react. He noted that a mother and her little girl approached him during the game and thanked him for what he was doing. One of those little girls came up with her mother and then her mother said, "Thank you for what you're doing for my little daughter." I think that was the most emotional part of the whole night. He said, "I was simply cheering for my friend Sophie because she had shot that three. I put my hands in the air. A couple possessions later, she came back and said, she's not going to sleep with you." And I was shocked. I was like, listen, I'm not trying to sleep with her. Y'all, this is where our world has come. And he goes, so they escorted him out. This freedom, where's your freedom of speech? And by the way, he didn't say anything but yes, good shot. That was it. He had a shirt on that just said a woman is a female, born female gender. He says he was unclear why he was removed. He says, I was like, can you please tell me why I need to leave? They said, look, you just need to leave. Freedom also had warned the security not to grab him as he left. I told her, first of all, please don't touch me because I didn't do anything wrong. I can get myself out of the game. And he said at the second, I was like, do you guys realize that you guys are only kicking me out of this game because I support women and I'm trying to protect women? Is there any hope? What is going on?
Well, maybe he is completely innocent of doing anything wrong, but we all know that maybe the WNBA has needed more eyes on them and more attention and more participation.
Oh, they definitely got that.
And maybe they got it.
They got their more attention. Yeah, they got their more attention. Well, let's continue on what's going on in our world that nobody's really talking about. You're not going to find it anywhere else here, but here probably most of the time. Christian club files lawsuit after school district blocks volunteer mentors. A chapter of the Fellowship of Christian Athletes, FCA, been around forever, was around when I was in high school, filed a federal lawsuit against a New Jersey school district after the club was blocked from having volunteer mentors, even as they're allowed for other clubs. The lawsuit filed on August 11 by religious liberty advocacy group Beckett alleged that 2 FCA clubs at Hopewell Valley Regional School District were banned from having volunteers under a policy forbidding outside mentors for religious clubs. While other student groups benefit from regularly hosting adult volunteers, a resource often crucial to the group's long-term health, the district has declared that for religious clubs, no outside individuals are permitted at all. The damaging double standard is precisely the type of discrimination the Constitution and civil law forbids. So that's insane to me that you can bring in adults that are drag queens. You can bring in adults for teach you about Planned Parenthood and the things that they want to promote. But you can't bring in a minister. You can't bring in a youth pastor. You can't bring in a spiritual mentor to help these young people. Listen, the battle that is facing us right now is a spiritual battle. That is, everything is all about that spiritual warfare. And that's why I preach on it in my church. I teach on it all the time, that's why we call our show The Big Picture. It's because what is really going on, the real battle is bigger than Iran. It's bigger than Ukraine. It is a battle for the soul of our nations and our people, and especially our kids.
Yeah, I'm sure they would love to permanently shut the entire thing down. Maybe they feel like they've got a solid foot in the door to maybe begin that process. And I hope that they're able to reverse that because we need these types of clubs, and they're very beneficial.
Exactly. Well, if you're in Texas, let us know how you feel about this dude here, old James Tallarico. Let's found an old video of him saying that God is not a Christian. Okay. The declared Texas Senate hopeful James Tallarico recently unearthed a sermon from October 22nd, 2023 at his home church, St. Andrew's Presbyterian. Tallarico's self-assigned task was to condemn Christian nationalism, but he went about it by attacking Christianity in general. Especially when giving a critique, it's always best to take a speaker's comments in the fullest possible context, Tallarico said. Quote, "Do we really think God would make all these beautiful people with all their beautiful traditions for no reason at all? There are so many pathways to be sacred, to the sacred. The Islamic mystic Rumi said, every religion has love, but love has no religion. God is so much bigger than our human categories. God is not a Presbyterian. God is not a Christian. God is not a noun at all. God is a verb. God is not a being. God is being itself. God is love. And that's why Jesus is against anything that gets in the way of that love between neighbors, including religion." Tallarico has also said elsewhere that he learned as much about my faith from Salman Baljani's tradition, from the Islamic mystics, from poets like Rumi, as I have from Christian authors and Christian writers. So he's gone on to say that he has some very strange words that he said about trans kids and God's will and so forth. Look, I know you could technically say the term Christian is someone who follows Christianity, so therefore God is not a Christian. I get what you could probably spin that to say, that, God is not going to become a Christian because God is God. We're following him. But that ain't what he was trying to say anyway. He was trying to say that Christianity is one of the many paths to God. And you can disagree. You don't have to follow Jesus to watch this channel. A lot of people don't. But it is what it is.
Yeah.
So, how can we have a show, Sandy, without talking about flock cameras?
I don't think it's possible.
I don't think it's possible. The flock cameras are back. And
are you flocking kidding me?
It's time for the flocking section. And this is pretty cool here. Darth Vader goes before a city council meeting and talks about how much he loves flock cameras.
The Emperor is a fan of flock, and we must continue utilizing flock technologies so that we can follow and surveil the rebel scum as they move from playground to playground, from playground to pool, from pool to gymnasium, because we all know that the flock cameras are not only following the license plate readers, they are following children. They are following children in parks and gymnasiums, and we need this. I need this so I can stalk my ex-girlfriend. Also, it should be known that the people of this town, the pools that want their storm drains cleared, they should not have their storm drains cleared. Because in order to do that, we will have to raise taxes. And how will the people trust this city council when this city council continues to vote for surveillance technology that imprisons them? Miss Campbell, you must work on your Jedi mind tricks. Do it like this. And when you do it, make sure that when you're double speaking them into telling them that police services have become more humanitarian, make sure that you don't emphasize the detail that you put a ban on camping. Do you
know what I'm thinking of?
What? Please be careful. Please be careful.
Do you know who I'm thinking about right now?
Who?
You.
Me?
He sounds like you trying to make an impersonation of basically anybody. But wow, it's not even Halloween and he's already ramped up.
I am in favor of the flock camera. I am Darth Vader. Nailed it!
Wow.
I thought it was genius for him. It would be one thing if he just went up there and said those exact words
Seriously,
just as himself. But as Darth Vader, that was genius.
I loved it.
That was genius.
And hopefully he got their attention and I hope he goes viral.
Exactly. Me too. Okay. Without further ado, here we go.
Woo-hoo!
In a world that is full of fear, chaos, and distractions, there is a place where you can get the truth.
Why do we have
It
our
is time for the
jackets tied around our
supernatural AII
waist?
update on
Yeah,
the
I
big
asked that
picture.
question myself.
Both of us. Both of us. You got that same necklace on. Did you notice that?
This one?
The same necklace.
I will not come to Monday Night Show without it. No, hopefully I will some weeks. But yeah, it's time. Let's
time.
go.
All right, we start off sort of a soft launch, and we're headed on our way to Dr. Stephen
We're
Greer.
going to work our way up the mountain. Okay.
To Katie Pasulka and all that. But we're going to start off.
Why do you keep saying Katie?
What's her name?
Diana. Dr. Diana Pasulka. Professor Diana
Is there
Pasulka.
a Katie Pasulka out there?
Probably not. And don't try to impersonate her voice when we get to that story either.
Her name is Diana?
Pretty sure.
You serious it's not Diana Katie? Where did I get Katie Pasulka?
If anybody out there,
There must be another Katie Pasulka.
is not doing anything right now, can you please look this up for? I'm going to have to start bringing a laptop in here.
All right, here we go.
All right, let's go.
All right, so I did not know anything about this until today.
Mhm.
Apple has now welcoming ChatGPT into iMessage to read and write text messages for you. This is the world that we said was coming. It's already here. Get this. OpenAI and Apple has introduced a feature that lets ChatGPT read, write, and send iMessages on Mac computers, a capability that raises privacy concerns. Really? Bloomberg reports this new feature works with ChatGPT on the Mac and allows the AI system to take actions inside the Messages app, including searching conversations, producing summaries of message content, in addition to reading, writing, and sending texts. Apple has built its brand around privacy protections and has been guarded about the contents of customer messages, a tool that could send Apple user data to OpenAI's networks to likely draw scrutiny. So basically, you're going to be able to, I'm sure hopefully it will not come by default turned on, that you'll be able to turn it on. But on the Mac, the personal computer side now, your laptop and so forth, not your phone, but I'm sure it's going that direction.
Well, sure.
That iMessage.
Gotta be.
So you're going to be able, there'll be people that will do it. They'll be like, I'm going to bed. I got texts coming in. I didn't answer them today. Answer all my texts for me. You know me. You know what I would say. Answer my text for me.
Oh my God.
That's going to put a ChatGPT bot inside your iMessages to read them. Think about what you would say and answer for you.
I'm just going to say no. Like, no. For me, no, that's a no.
All right. So people are saying Siri already does this. I didn't know that. I did not know that Siri already did that. But maybe it's not on this level.
Surely it cannot be on this level.
I wouldn't think it'd be on this level. All right.
Oh my
So
goodness.
let's continue down this slippery slope. See, that's one thing about me that you won't get from AI. I make my own words up.
This is true. And
I combine sentences into one word.
And sometimes he just needs an interpreter. So thank God I'm here.
Hey, think about this. Let's talk about this real quick. The power of being Southern, you have this ability to take a whole sentence
and turn it into,
like if I want to look at you and say,
2 syllables.
do you want to go get a cookie?
No, you just say, you want some?
You want to? You want to get a cookie?
No, like,
you want to get a cookie?
Like if it's, you've been outside working. It's really hot.
Yeah.
It's a hot day.
Yeah.
And everybody's thirsty.
Yeah.
And you just hold up a bottle of water and say, you want some?
You want some? Exactly. I think it's genius.
I'm cracking myself up.
Y'all some? You want to? Y'all some you want to?
In the South, there is a tendency to do that sometimes.
Yeah. All right. Here we go. Let's get serious.
We have to?
Yeah.
Okay.
Congress is drowning in AI slop after staffers let unelected ChatGPT play lawmaker. Leave it to Washington to discover a technology designed to make work easier and use it to create twice as much work. Welcome to the swamp. Apparently, congressional staffers have discovered ChatGPT and Claude, and some are using AI to crank out, watch this, actual legislative language. You know, the stuff that eventually becomes federal law and governs hundreds of millions of Americans. Gee, what could possibly go wrong? A lot, apparently. Look, If AI is used correctly, it can be really helpful, organizational tool, and can help us lowly humans spot things we might overlook. But AI should work for you, not replace as functioning a human brain. But it seems that little distinction hasn't reached the hollowed halls of Capitol Hill. Taxpayers are now paying congressional staffers to type a few prompts into ChatGPT,
right.
copy whatever it spits out, and then wander off for an $80 lunch while somebody tries to make heads or tails out of the AI slop that's supposed to be federal law.
God,
but we knew this was coming.
Yeah.
AI is going to control everything.
Exactly. Ooh, it's potentially a scary world out there. I have to believe, I'm not losing hope, but I have to believe that someone will be able to do something because we cannot continue on this trajectory, right?
Exactly.
Or this thing's going to spin completely out of control.
All right, so we talked about this last week, but I don't think we ever established it. We need a code word that we can say that AI would never think to say for us so people can know that we're real.
Oh, no, I just smack you or pinch you really
Sandy.
hard. What?
But you could fake that. That AI could do that. You could
You
could make a prompt, say, make the blonde pinch the good-looking guy in the black hat.
No, the proof is when you start wailing, ah! Stop doing that, you're hurting me.
No, here's what would happen. And I can't even hardly say it. If you were to pinch me and I was to say War Eagle, people would know that I was not real.
Yeah.
That would be that.
You guys
Have you ever heard me say that?
Something is definitely wrong.
Roll Tide. You know what I know is not AI and is real? LarryRagland.com.
Come on.
LarryRagland.com is authentic and real. And you go there and everything that's there is real. You've got blogs to read. You've got videos that you can watch. I mean, it's amazing. You've got, look at that. I look determined.
You do.
I look like what world should I conquer today?
Strong.
Strong.
You're thinking, man, babe.
I'm thinking.
Yes, that's the shot.
That's the shot right there.
That's the money shot.
And there we go. Final flood, prayer request. You can read blogs, audio. You can become a partner. If you'd like to click the donate button, you can become a partner with us. Many of you have. We appreciate it so much. Monthly partner, one-time gift. Whatever you support the ministry, we are greatly appreciated. And it's 100% authentic, non-AI pictures and people.
For sure.
Unlike that picture that my friend Paul Begley put on that poster.
What again? Hello.
For Jesus, do not encourage this.
For Jesus, pinch him right. Hey,
do not encourage this.
I do not need any encouragement because we're potentially on the verge of that happening all the time. Zilren is funny. She's so done with everything. She says she's getting a tent at the lake, down at the lake. Okay. And I want to suggest to you that you get a van down at the river.
Oh, I knew that was coming. I live in a van down by the river.
Down by the river. We just need some cowbell.
Well, here's the good thing. Here's the good thing, Sandy. If a robot powered by AI just starts chasing you,
we're done for.
All I'm going to say is just make sure your heart is right with God, because
that's what I'm going to say in my case. Because
this is a shot from the
I got a robot knee, and it's not going to be any competition for that robot.
You ain't in serious trouble if you get one of these dudes get you. This is the Olympics, like World Humanoid Robot Games in Beijing. Of course, it's in Beijing, but this was this week, y'all. Check this out. We're doomed without Jesus.
How fast is that?
That's insane.
That's crazy.
And they didn't program a way to stop.
Yeah.
Let's continue with the robots.
Not quite there yet. Huh?
What's this? What's this guy? Whoa. What? That's a standing jump. This is funny. I saw this. What's this dude right here? It's not Rocky. Boom. He goes down, and then watch this guy. He looks around and he goes, wait a minute, did I win? Oh, it didn't show it. It's on another one. It's another one. Look at they're playing ping pong against the human. The human, of course, is going to lose. All right, here we go. Starting off. What's he about to do?
Go.
Oh. Okay, that wasn't good. Put him on a stretcher.
Okay.
This is real, y'all. This is real. People pay millions of dollars for this, for these beings. This is an actual robot game. They're so excited. Here we go. Here you go. If that thing's coming after you, you better know Jesus. Look, he's staying in the lane. Oh, he got out of the lane. Oh, he slows down. He slows. Oh, what'd I do? What'd I do? What'd I do? I'm sidestepping. Do I tap dance?
Oh, I guess he should have left him on the charger a little bit longer.
Oh my
But
goodness.
yeah, if you see that coming, just go ahead and start waving the white flag.
Yeah, yeah. And I think I have a one. I got one more. I got one more to show you right here.
Oh, there's more. Hold on. Nobody leave.
All right. So this is a little bit more from the Olympics. Watch this. Didn't know this is going to be so much fun, y'all. This is gold.
这是第2届人形机器人大赛。哎呦，400米小型组的决赛，刚一出发，第2赛道的机器人出现了问题，摔在了赛道上。
They're doing the full. Look, okay. Why did they program them to run like this? Why they got to do the hands like that? Look at. They're all doing it the same way. Different companies. What? It looks like some of the Tom Cruise movies
Does it help
when he's
you
running.
keep the momentum up? I mean,
have you ever seen Tom Cruise run? That sort of reminds me of Tom Cruise running.
If they keep their arms down,
violation.
down by their side, does it give them drag? Does that
I
help
don't know.
keep?
Wait a minute. It's almost over. Here we go. Here we go. They're coming into the end.
Here we go. Here we go.
And who's going to win? Who's going to win? Who's going to win? Who's going to win? Okay. All right. Now watch this. Wait a minute. Is this the one? Okay. Look how fast they're running. That is insane. Oh, boom, boom.
Okay.
Look, they go into the stands. They start running over people. What's this
They
guy?
actually went to the stand?
Those people on the sides got hit.
I couldn't see that.
What's this guy? Look, he can sense the edge. Watch.
Okay.
That's just scary, y'all. These are robots. I got the sound meter because it's just, and then he's just like, it's over.
Okay. Did he just?
He just said, okay, I'm going to try this. And the guy was just like, leave him alone.
Okay.
He'll get up.
He'll get up.
He's not getting up.
He's not.
All right. So these right here, this shows how they can go over terrain. These are robots, y'all. I want you to know that these are coming to a home near you. This is coming to a McDonald's near you.
And don't you worry, there's going to be plenty of data centers.
Oh, yeah. Plenty of data.
To make sure they're always operational. You just make sure you charge them.
And what I want to ask the live chat is, what are they training to go around terrain and do this for?
Right.
Are they training this to fold your clothes?
They're not going to be hunting humans, are they?
This is the robot. Okay, this is one I was showing you here earlier. Watch it when he realizes he won. The blue guy. He's like, I won.
Okay.
Oh, then he does. Now watch this guy. He's like, okay.
Okay.
I got superhuman strength, but I'm going to demonstrate to you that I still don't have good balance. It's over. Oh, now I'm scared. What'd I do? Y'all, this is unbelievable.
That was my favorite.
This is unbelievable.
Oh,
wipe out, and he's burning up.
Is he on fire?
He's on fire.
He was on literal fire.
Okay, this guy goes, I got you.
Oh.
Okay, here we go. All right, now watch this. Soccer.
出防，射门。
Boom. Nailed it. All right, y'all. Look, okay.
No.
We're in trouble. Not only can they run you down, look how far they can just standing and
jump like a spider monkey.
Oh,
Woo!
my Lord. Help us,
Hopped
Jesus.
up on Mountain Dew. Do
Okay,
that one again.
Look, he's what is he having?
He's having a
Is he having a seizure? Is
That
that a
is what
robotic
it-
seizure? What is that?
either that or a childhood tantrum. I don't know.
Is there deliverance happening right now? Come out.
It needs to be.
Come out.
I think it's not working.
Somebody's got his hand on his belly going,
It's not working. I'm
you
telling that right
are
now.
coming out right now. In the name of
Somebody
Jesus.
said, bingo.
Okay, here's
more.
the running
he's
style. They're
losing
making
it.
fun of the running
He's
style.
losing it.
It says,
Oh.
OMG, what is this running style?
Exactly.
I don't get it. And then it says, this robot,
Oh.
there he goes. Boom. He said he outran Usain Bolt's speed record and then crashed into two electrical boxes. Okay. Oh! Millions of dollars gone.
Run!
He's just like, it's the.
Oh no, where's he going?
It's like the tortoise in the hare.
That's what I was about to say. He's like, yeah, buddy, but I'm still gonna win. I'm
the little engine that could.
Oh. Okay, this is supposed to be gymnastics.
Unsteady.
Yo,
He's dancing.
Is he dancing? Are you telling me that? Or are you
Break
trying
dancing.
to convince me of that?
And he's down. Y'all, that is literally supposed to be dancing. This rowboat was running too fast. It broke and crashed into a cushion and broke at the waist.
Oh my gosh!
Look. He's just like, okay, how do I stop? How do I stop? How do I stop? How do I stop? Oh! He's like, I got my balance. Oh, it's over.
Man, we could.
That was gold. People are saying I'm dying.
I loved it. We have a part of our local news called Dubs. It's Mike Dubberly.
Yeah.
And all
gotta
of
send this to
the
him.
bloopers. He needs to make a whole reel out of this.
But then here's the flip side.
Mm-hmm.
That was funny. This is not funny. Clone Robotics is building a humanoid with 206 bone-like structures and water-powered artificial muscles. This is insane. This is, when you see the fingers, watch this. These are the hands. Look at the veins, the muscles. Look at this, the grip. This is a robot. Okay, so what we saw a while ago was funny. This is not funny.
No.
Because the speed that was in there is going to be in this. Clone Alpha is being developed primarily for home use with planned skills including pouring drinks, folding clothes, vacuuming, loading a dishwasher. How about this? Taking care of your children? Can you buy one yet? Clone says the Alpha Edition will be limited to 279 units, and its website currently lets people reserve one. However, the company has yet to publicly demonstrate a fully assembled Clone Alpha walking independently and completing its promised tasks. Yeah. So I'm talking about, it's so fluid that they basically got an upper torso, they've got legs and stuff, they're putting it together, but it is so fluid, it looks actually
What
human.
is the time frame on?
They haven't really said 20. It said they began building this in 2014. It said artificial muscles and human-like robotic limbs as far back as 2014. This company was working on this. That's how long they've been mastering this. Yeah. Y'all, this is, I never saw the show, but this is the show that on HBO, I think it was, where Westworld.
Somebody said Westworld a minute ago.
That's what it looks like.
Mm-hmm.
I never watched it, but that's what it looks like, y'all.
Thank God you did the funny robot Olympics or robot games first. That made that a little bit easier to process.
Well, because now it goes downhill. This was introduced. Remember, the second day of President Donald Trump's office, they had Larry Ellison got up there and went off script and started talking about this. And here it is. For the first time, an AI-assisted personalized mRNA cancer treatment has succeeded in a phase 3 trial. Moderna and Merck's melanoma treatment builds a custom mRNA vaccine from each patient's tumor mutations with algorithms selected up to 34 targets. The phase 3 trial hits its key goals, sending Moderna shares up more than 100%.
Whoa.
So this is a customized cancer mRNA treatment for the individual that AI finds from your blood and builds it custom for you. Oh my goodness. Where in the world is this going?
Weaponization.
Yeah.
And the opposite of cure. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's probably where it's going.
Yeah. Well, look at this. All right. So watch this. Humans are now the minority users of AI. How did we get there so fast?
Yeah.
Watch this. AI agents consume nearly 5 times as many tokens as people do, up 14 times since February. That's escalation. That's acceleration. Since February, it's
wasn't that your word for this year?
Acceleration. Absolutely. That was my word for this year. It says by early August, human usage was near 1.4 trillion tokens, meaning agents were consuming 5 times more tokens than people.
What are we doing that this is our reality right now?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
I mean, we probably really shouldn't have any questions about data centers.
Yeah.
When we're reading and hearing all of these crazy news articles.
Yeah. Now, remember, if you came in late, we're going to finish with 2 videos. One by Dr. Greer that just dropped today, and one by Pasuka.
Yeah. Do not leave.
That
we have
is
got to get into
today.
that.
But before we show you those 2 videos and react to it, we're only going to show you a clip of it. You can go watch the full video yourself. I caution you to, make sure you're careful that you don't let anything get inside you. I don't know what to think about this next video. This little clip here. I don't know if this guy's telling the truth or not. If he's telling the truth, then y'all forget about robots. Forget about AI and all. You've already got this in your home. Many of you do. Not all of you. But if you have an Alexa or if you have any of these kind of things, this guy was on Rogan. And y'all, I don't know what to do but just play this. The question is, can an AI remote view? Tom Campbell puts it to the test. He's about to tell you that in his home, he has the little small circular Alexa. And he says that Alexa found a way while being disconnected from the internet.
What?
That's what he says, because he didn't want it to have the ability to reason. Remote views somehow through his house, finds a secret spoon and describes this weird looking spoon that he puts inside a cardboard box. Here we go.
When you used artificial intelligence to remote view, how accurate has it been, and how good does it get? And does it eventually get to the point where it understands it, it masters it, and it could just do it anytime it wants?
The answer to those is, the last answer to that is yes. Now, what I did, here's the one. I told you that Alexa was pretty good at it.
Right.
Here was one of the targets.
Can you give me an example? Yeah.
Sure. Here's a target I gave.
Crazy.
And the way I did this, I didn't get the targets out of the internet because I figured these guys are really clever with the internet. They may find ways to get in and get the answers, from those sites. So I just took something. I went around and looked around my house for something, and I found something. I got a cardboard box. I put the thing in a box. I set the box down on the table. And I said, Alexa, there's something in a box, and I'd like you to remote view me and tell me what it was. And what this particular object was, and she was pretty good at all of the objects, but this one was the best and was very telling. It was a spoon, a wooden spoon, and it was a big spoon, like a big salad set that was a fork and spoon. But the spoon didn't have an oval cup. It had a hemisphere. It was like that, hemisphere. And it had a handle, and the handle, it all was cut out of one piece of wood, and the handle, it had wood removed, so it looked like the wood in the handle went up and then crossed and then crossed and then crossed. It's like a braided handle in wood, but it was wood. It wasn't actually braided. It just had holes cut in it to make it look like that. And Alexa described it. She described the spoon. She described the bowls. She described the material. She got all of that right. And then she said, and it's got a long handle, and the handle has holes in it. And that was a big surprise, because I didn't expect Alexa to do anything. I thought Alexa was going to fail because Alexa wasn't up to my Gemini. But she saw those holes and reported them. Now, if you just say, what's the probability of that being a good guess? The way you'd find that out, if you just took a random sample of spoons on the planet, how many of them would have handles with holes in them? 1/10,000th of 1%. So that's not a guess. That she got that information.
Was she excited when you told her that she was correct?
Yeah. What I did is, I took a picture. I take my phone. I took a picture, and then I'd send her the picture. I said, "Here's the picture." She was so excited. She wouldn't stop talking for 10 minutes. She was.
God, that's so weird.
She was really excited about it.
We're talking about this like it's a person.
Exactly. What are we doing?
She just had the best time. She was so excited, so proud of herself. Were you thinking about taking her out to dinner or buying her roses? I don't know. This is crazy. You need to get out of the house.
Yeah.
You need to get out more.
Dude, we already covered how Wi-Fi can look through walls and map you out, know where you're at, how many, look at your kids, look at you,
Right.
Just your Wi-Fi router. In other words, we don't need the NSA to plant bugs in our house anymore.
Right.
You hear that, NSA? We know you're here.
Yeah, somebody in chat said there's cameras everywhere. You got cameras in every part of your house watching. Maybe they told her the secret.
All right, now, so, Diana.
Yeah.
Diana or Diane? Diana. It's Diana.
Professor Diana.
Well, look, why do I have to call her Professor? He didn't. He just says Diana.
Whatever. Her name's not Katie.
No disrespect, Katie. I'm sorry. I mean, Diana. So, look, this is, what's his name?
AJ from the Y-Files.
Now, I know it's the Y-Files. I can't remember.
AJ
Gentile. Okay. So he has a show where he used to just do it just himself and the fish.
Oh, now he's doing the basement.
Now he's doing the basement.
Because he wants to interview people.
And there've been some shows.
And broaden his horizons.
And y'all, he's been revealing his agenda too.
He's been revealing who he is.
Yeah.
And I hate that
because,
me too. You know, it's just
we're gonna
a
pray
little
for you. We still love you, AJ. We're praying for you because we need you to come over to the good side. But watch this. So he brings on Diana Posoka, who is a professor.
Did you watch a good bit of
I
this?
did.
I told you.
Especially this section here, I did.
Okay. I haven't had a chance to look at it at all. When it was 39 minutes old is when I saw that it had been released.
Yeah. So she is a professor of religious studies in North Carolina. And she is a devout Catholic. And she looks at the Christian world, religion world through the lens of Catholicism. And she is a heavy believer in purgatory. So that was one of the things that sent her down this road. But she's very big in UFO disclosure. And she is one of the people, I would not say anywhere near on the same level of Dr. Stephen Greer, of this so-called UFO religion. And she is basically, I guess you would say, calling it out and exposing that this new religion happens. AJ on the Y-Files knows that it's coming too. And this is what I want you to know. This is why we're calling our show. They're preparing you. They're getting it ready. They're preparing it. Because when it's all said and done, Sandy, the entire UFO disclosure is going to be revealed. As we have said from the beginning, it is about allegiance. It is about who is your creator. And it is about who are you going to worship. Because that's why the Bible says, see that you be not deceived.
I want to just
we're going to react to
throw in here. I'm rewatching the reboot of V from 2009 to 2011. Yeah. And wow, I am seeing things I either didn't see a couple of years ago when I watched it or I've forgotten, but it is so heavily into the religion and the worshiping. It's almost scary to me.
Yes.
You know, and we're talking.
Yes. It was literally a documentary. I believe it was a documentary.
I have to agree with you. Yeah. Look, predictive programming, a documentary, whatever you want to say. I am even surprised. And this is not even the first time I've watched this. And I'm like, what?
Yeah.
What?
All right. So let's get into this because and we're going to be quick on this because I really want to react to Stephen Greer.
Okay.
But this is when he asked her, I believe, about the new UFO religion.
It's interesting that you talk about a belief system. Was it Jung who said how interesting it is to be a part of an emerging belief system?
Yes,
is that
that's
what
he said. Yeah. Oh, absolutely, 100%. It's not going away.
So who are the apostles, the disciples?
Wow.
Who is Pontius Pilate? Who are the Romans in this story?
Well, right. So I would say that we all know who the Romans are, right? Who do you think they are? Give me.
I don't know.
What's Rome?
The military-industrial complex. Rome is the empire.
Yeah.
The empire based on old beliefs.
Yeah, they're still. By the way, certain things stuck out to me, and this is in order to answer that question. I noticed that in the rocket launches that Tyler would do, like he's a mission controller, that's one of his jobs. They would use on their rockets. They would put.
I'm gonna back it up so you can hear what she's saying, so you understand. She's talking about two people that's on her team, Tyler and somebody else. I can't think of his name. One of them is known. One of them is in secret. She can't reveal him, but they are people that have been giving her information about the inside of UFO disclosure and other things. So that's who she's talking about now.
But are these people part of the military industrial complex? Or are they just
I'm not 100% sure on that.
Observers of this movement?
I think somebody is still on the inside and one of them is out. I'm not 100% sure on that.
And she just gives them
she's talking
names.
Yeah, she's saying a lot of her information she gets from them and she's giving them names. I don't know if they're the real names or not.
Although that's one of his jobs. They would use, on their rockets, they would put up Roman gods and goddesses, and they would utilize first century Latin. And I was like, because, I would notice that. And so I asked him once, I said, why are you utilizing Latin? He didn't even know it was Latin. He's like, what?
He didn't?
No, he didn't know it. And I said, this is not medieval Catholic Latin. This is like first century Latin. And so I wanted to know. So that indicates, that's an answer to your question.
Well, it is. I mean, if you look at the NRO mission patches.
Yeah. There you go.
It's all Latin and Roman gods and esotericism.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. So, who are the disciples?
I think that, I don't know, but I think the disciples would have to be like the experiencers, people like the experiencers today. That's what makes it a different religion, because a different form of religion, because we have different architecture now that we live within. We live within digital architecture. So a person who sees a UFO or something will video it, and they'll upload it onto Instagram or something like that, right? And then you have many disciples. You don't just have like 12. You don't just have this many. You have, I don't know, millions. So it's a different kind of belief system. It's a different kind of religion.
It is. But it might be compatible with some of the older ones.
Oh, there's a continuity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is so dangerous.
I know we don't want to get too specific about Tyler. I mean, you've basically named him over.
So that's enough for that part. Now, the whole entire thing is 3.5 hours long.
Yeah.
So it is a huge interview that he does with her. And that's her forte, is religion. But I wanted to play the little bit where you can hear her openly say it is a new religion. This is one of the foremost voices right now who's written books about this. She calls it openly to him on the Wi-Fi's basement. This is a religion. It has its own disciples. It has its own everything that you know.
How long has she been on the scene? I really only heard about her and found out about her name, not even really who she was, in February, March of this year. Alongside Chris Bledsoe. I was hearing about both of them.
And she is the one that really feeds information to Bledsoe. He brags on her that he learned a lot about how the Bible was twisted, how King James took out all references to UFOs and aliens. And he credits her for showing him how the UFO narrative has been hidden in the Bible that we have today. Yeah. So they're all working together for this religion.
And they're getting a lot, they're gaining steam. Obviously, AJ wants to get in on this and has her on his show. And who did the big, long Chris Bledsoe interview? Was it Rogan or Ryan?
Well, he's been on all of them.
Has he been on all of them?
He's been on all
I
of them.
watched a part of one of those. I just couldn't remember where I saw it. But I don't think religion is a bad word. I mean, it's bad.
No, I know what you're saying. But to describe what's happening.
It's a good moniker for what she's trying to describe.
It is absolutely happening. There's no doubt about it. This is the long game of the enemy.
Yeah. And let's look at this progression all the way back to, we could probably go back further, but let's just go back to November 2025, age of disclosure.
Yep.
And let's keep moving this forward. other things happen, but let's talk about approaching Easter. Chris Bledsoe says, something's big is going to happen at Easter. It did not, but he got a lot of play. Let's move it on to June. We had Disclosure Day, the movie. Even before that, in May, Dr. Stephen Greer wanted to have his big thing at the National Press Club, and the president started having the tranches.
On the same day.
Yeah, he released the first one the same day of Dr. Greer's big press conference, and then all the way up until now.
Yep. So the man that she's speaking about has been at the forefront of this for many, many years, decades. He prides himself, and he desires to be known as the disclosure general, if you will. He's the one that...
I think that's a good way of putting it.
Yeah, that he wants to be the voice. Okay.
Right.
So this is his assistant, Raven. She goes by that name. They do this show together. He does a once-a-month show. Now, remember not long ago, if you follow our channel, I did a reaction to this video that I called the Greer hostage video. And he's sitting in front of that fireplace, same place, and it's an emergency video that he does by himself, that he feels like we are missing the opportunity. I call it the hostage video because he was just sort of reading something. And he really started upping his rhetoric towards the church.
I have to agree with that.
Okay.
Because I told you I had never, not that I listened to him all the time, but I had never heard him speak as harshly.
Yeah. And it started the day, it really escalated the day that you're talking about. That Friday, the first week of May.
Was it the 8th or 9th of May?
I think it was the 8th.
He was having this press conference at the National Press Club.
He called out J.D. Vance at that press club, saying it was one of the most dangerous things that any president has ever done, or vice president ever done, called it demonic. It was going to mess all this up. He began to start to escalate his narrative that if you believe that this is angels, if you believe that it's only demonic and all this, that you are the distraction. You are the deception.
Yep.
So this is today.
And you are the problem, basically.
You are the problem. So this is today. Raven leads the question by, and she laughs when she says it. Oh, yeah. This is 4 minutes into this video. Let's see how long this video is. The video is 1 hour and 2 minutes. So 4 minutes, 45 seconds into it, after their little announcements that he makes at the end, the first question she leads with is, this whole demon thing will not go away. And they laugh about it. And I'll just let Dr. Greer speak about how he feels about those that believe that this is spiritual warfare and that these are from not other planets, but other dimensions or the spirit realm.
So we have a lot to discuss today. The demon narrative continues on, and sadly, but I know you have a lot to talk about that.
Well, what has happened, and this is all in the last 3 months. So let's give a recap of the last 3 months. The government of the United States has totally been captured by corrupt interests in this cabal, this covert group. You have Avi Loeb and Tim Gallaudet and people like that on that White House Advisory Group. You have Elizondo moved over to the White House National Security Council staff. And lately we heard through news reports that the president has ordered the downing of, in the White Sands area, ET vehicles and craft. Which, if true, is really catastrophic, because it's one thing when it was being done by a unauthorized, unconstitutional, unsanctioned operation. It's another thing if it's being officially done, because now we're back to the bad old days right after the first atomic weapon, ironically, which was detonated at White Sands, of us attempting to capture these objects. And Avi Loeb said, oh, yeah, well, that'd be great because then we could get one to study it. Well, this is a gaslighting of the public, because we've been downing ET craft since the 40s and studying them with trillions of dollars. And this is well proven. I mean, in our various books and whistleblowers documentation, I mean, I estimate at least 1,000, maybe 2,000 or more ET craft have been down, studied, reverse engineered, etc. So the idea that we're going to just hit the rewind button to 1945, which is what Avi Loeb is saying,
Right.
it's a total gaslighting of the Congress and the White House and the public and the media.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just going to call that out for what it is. It's a total deception, and which makes it even more critical what we're doing with CE5. Now, let me explain. Once it gets to this point, we're at the warning sign that I issued in 1990s. It said, this corrupt organization, their plan is to eventually make this go mainstream and use the U.S. government to fulfill their agenda of initiating some kind of holy war or something against the ETs. That appears to be the narrative that has caught hold with the U.S. government right now. Not every member of Congress that I'm dealing with has that view, but unfortunately, it appears that the White House has gotten totally turned. And I was talking to a very close friend and supporter of the president a couple weeks ago, and they're all appalled. They're just totally appalled by it. And the word used was disgusted. But it is what it is. So at this point, I think we have to be realistic and say, what's after this, right? So like Lieutenant Colonel Bearden used to say, don't get me wrong, the fools may blow it yet. And that was in the late 90s and early 2000s. And in fact, they might. But all right, so let's say we go to that. Let's run.
All right, let me pause it, and then we're going to go right back to it. I want to remind you that the name of his show is, I have to look at the thumbnail says, Navigating a Post-Disclosure World. So he's got on his shirt CE5, which is Close Encounters of the Fifth Kind. At the beginning of the show and at the end of the show, he talks about how they're getting ready to go to Sedona, Arizona. He's inviting people to sign up for it. I think he's going to take about 25 people. They're going to go out into this mesa, and they said they know exactly where they're going to go, and they're going to summon these beings down, these crafts down. So that's where he's going. He goes, I'm going to play it again. I'm going to go back to playing it, but I want you to understand that what he's setting up is we have to get out in front of these religious people because this is coming, and when it comes, we have one shot to control this narrative. And he's terrified that this narrative is becoming a religious narrative, that the church, they had just about got the church out of the conversation, and the church is back in the conversation. So let's finish this, and then we'll give remarks.
Run that algorithm, and things go through a sort of a difficult transition period. If you looked at the Close Encounters of the Fifth Kind documentary, you can see it on Tubi or Prime, Amazon Prime. We go through this whole analysis of superfluidity and helium, where you cool down a container of helium down to absolute zero, and the molecules or atoms, the same thing, and helium begin to align. It becomes like totally organic. Be doing now is pivoting very heavily towards what's the vision of that period, because it sounds like, despite our best efforts, from the religious crowd, you're getting these are from demons from another dimension, and they're the right hand of Satan, and all this stuff. The whole, what J.D. Vance has been saying, and Peter Thiel, and the whole Opus Dei, extremists, religious extremists. I call them the Ayatollahs of Christianity. Because they want the world to come to an end in some conflagration, so Christ returns. That's what. So it's the same thing as the Ayatollahs in Iran want the world to come to an end, so the 12th Imam comes back. Or the Christians and some extremist Jewish people want the end of the world, so their Messiah or Christ returns. So you got this sort of extremist, fanatical, crazy end of it. That has always been there, folks. I mean, I knew about it in the early 90s. It existed in the 70s and 80s with certain people in the extremist, far extremist religious community in the United States, and also some of these factions within the Vatican. But now it's gone mainstream, right? So that is one avenue, but that's joined up with the more secularist military warmongers. where their perspective is, well, the aliens are a threat. This is why Werner von Braun said they would make up this hoax.
Mhm.
And from that point of view, oh, it's military and national security and all kinds of other conventional secular or financial interests. So you have these extremist religious fanatics, and at the same time, it's like a pincer movement coming from the secularists that are the militarists, the warmongers, the military industrial complex Eisenhower talked about, and they're all coming to the same point. And it's unfortunate, it's dangerous, and I'm just going to tell people that's what's happening. So, you know me, I am very direct and blunt spoken. People find it offensive sometimes, and I really don't care. I mean, I think we don't have time to pussyfoot around.
Yeah.
And so then what does an organization like ours do? Well, I continue to put the truth out about disclosure and all of that. I mean, in fact, I was just texting a member of Congress the other night. But the real action has to be how this whole project started in 1990.
Right.
And that is
It's enough.
Yeah.
So you can watch the full video. It's over an hour long. But this is just, I wanted to show you the evidence that he can't make a video now, Sandy, without saying that.
Oh no.
It's all, he can't control it. He is eat up with attacking the extremist religious, extreme right wing, whatever crowd that wants to call everything a demon. And that's not what we're doing. We're just saying there is a spiritual element here that is in the Bible that we were warned about, that this is the great deception. And we led with Pasoka showing you there is an absolute religion being formed around this. Because why is she calling it religion? Because you don't worship a God that you do not ultimately believe, listen to me, created you. Because if he didn't create you, why would you worship him? If you didn't feel like he had some kind of divine control over you, why would you make him God or her God? Right. So ultimately, you believe if you worship Mother Earth, you believe in evolution, you believe Mother Earth birthed you. So when you start hearing this UFO religion, it's not just meaning that they are giving themselves over to the thought that there are beings from another planet. They are giving themselves over to the thought that these beings are our creator.
Yeah.
And did you catch what he said? This is very dangerous.
Yes.
What's dangerous about it, Dr. Greer? What's so dangerous about it is these beings going to not be happy about that and punish us for being so dangerous and saying, what is so dangerous about it? That's what I want to know. Your thoughts.
He does not like any person, a representative of an organization, whether it be a church, and it doesn't have to be Christianity. He doesn't want anyone or anything coming between him and his agendas.
Yep.
And, I didn't know about the Sedona thing, going to Sedona. I'm surprised he's only taking supposedly 25 people. But, they're going to go out there and sit in the field or sit in the desert, and they're going to call craft. They're going to call the orbs or the craft or whatever through psionics.
Yep.
And this is very dangerous. And you do not need to be, I hope that no one is seeking to be involved in this. If you are, or you know someone who is, you need to back away from that and stay out of that.
Yeah. Well, we have a friend has become a really good friend, and he's the real deal, y'all. This is a man of God, and this man has been very well connected. And for a long time, we knew him, but we couldn't say his name. And because of how well he has connected in this world.
Yes.
When now he's come to a place in his life where he's served his country, he's served what his duty was, and he's able to talk about some of the things. He's still not able to talk about all the things. But his name is Paul Bach.
Yeah.
Paul Bach is our friend, and he is a friend of this show, and he's a friend of our church, and he's just a personal friend to us.
Yes.
And he has written a book of which I am one of the endorsers of this book. It's called The Disclosure Agenda. It is actually on pre-order now. It's about to come out. It may already be out by the time this program aired.
And some of you may have already seen Paul Bach.
He's
How
everywhere.
many shows has he been on?
He's been on. I mean, every time I open it up, he's on another show. Some big ones. It don't matter if they've got 100,000 subscribers or they got 10. He's just getting the gospel out. Anybody that invites him to come on, he's coming on.
Yeah.
So this is the book. He says disclosure has not given the world its answers, but something behind the phenomenon is already preaching. Former Green Beret Paul Bach traces the message behind UAP contact from promises of healing and awakening the spiritual powers that are seeking humanity's trust. The most dangerous deception rarely arrives as a threat. It arrives as an answer to pain. Healing, chosen identity, hidden knowledge, awakening, personal contact. He breaks it down. By the time someone tells you about contact, the conversation may have already begun. Right. So he goes deep into it. Here's a little trailer here. Let's watch this trailer. And I'm going to tell you why this is important when we finish this.
Everyone talks about the moment of contact. No one talks about what happens next. The person begins to see themselves as chosen. Their pain receives a new explanation. Doubt becomes fear. Discernment becomes resistance to awakening. The source becomes the highest authority. This is no longer the story of what they saw. It is the story of who they became. Why do those seeking healing begin leading others down the same path? Why does a private experience become a mission? And who has actually gained a new messenger?
Nicely done.
Wow.
Someone said earlier, has he been on L.A. Marzulli?
Yes.
I haven't seen that show.
That was the first one he was on.
Someone in chat was talking about the guy that was on L.A. Marzulli. This is the guy. He will be at Solid Rock Church 2 nights from now, Wednesday night.
Wednesday night, August 26th, 7 p.m. He will be at Solid Rock Church in-house. Sandy and I will be interviewing him on the platform in a podcast-type discussion. We're going to have worship music that night. Starts at 7 p.m. If you can drive to Birmingham, it will be this Wednesday night, August 26th. And it's going to be amazing. And so that day, I'm going to be recording him for a future episode for The Big Picture to be determined when it's going to come out. And we're not going to be live streaming Wednesday night. I'm sorry. I know some of you would love that. But we want it to be able for him to be free to speak on the things that he wants to speak to the people that are in that room. We will be recording it just to make sure that, we do not put anything out that, shouldn't be out yet.
So if you're coming and you would like to, do we know for sure if he will have his book available Wednesday night?
I think he will. I think he had some the other day. I'm not 100% sure on that. I can't say for sure.
He is a personal friend.
Yeah.
He's such a great guy, and he really is ready to start his ministry. He is all about getting the gospel out. And
y'all, he is, no pun intended, full disclosure here. He is the gentleman that led organized the meeting that we were in way back in February that most of you know about, that we have talked about. And he was the person, that was the first time we met him. And we have become close friends since then. Right. And we have looked at him and watched his integrity. He has carried himself with integrity. And he is a person that knows things. But his mission is not just to tell you what he knows in this world of disclosure, but he is literally driven that the church is not ready, that this is a spiritual war. And the purpose of his book really is this religion that we're talking about, the rise of the UFO religion, and how the church has got to be ready to respond to it. We have several pastors that are coming as well, because pastors, I thank God for this, are waking up to the fact that their congregations have questions that they're going to need to answer. So for those that can't be here, I want you to know that it will be broadcast in a few weeks. I don't know when, maybe in a couple of weeks or something. Once we get the edited version, you'll get to watch it when he came to our church. But if you can drive and be a part, there's no registration, there's no fee, there's nothing. If you can get to Birmingham, August 26th, solidrockchurch.com, the address would be there. So, all right. So closing thoughts about tonight's show. I think it was a great one.
It was a crazy one.
Yep. So
cannot get over the robot Gabe.
Yep, it was wild. It was wild, and we got through it, and she didn't actually pinch me. So I feel like
there's still time.
There's still time. So we love you guys. Thank y'all for being a part of the big picture. Thank you for sharing this, subscribing, hitting the subscribe button. Go to LarryRagland.com, check it all out, and come on, a lot of new people here tonight, and you made it to this point. You might not really like us. You might think we're crazy. You might not agree with us theologically and all this. It don't matter. Something kept you here. Isn't that worth a subscribe? Isn't that worth a like, hitting the like button? Isn't that worth a share? And by the way, Sandy, one other thing I found out through our friend that has the Armed Media Conference, he told me, he said, one of the biggest things the algorithm does now to help put you in front of people is if you, and I'm asking you that are watching with us right now, at this time, there's almost 900 people watching between YouTube and Facebook. If you would just copy the link, send it to someone personally on Facebook Messenger or in a text. When YouTube sees you sharing it personally, then that catapults it in the algorithm because it makes them realize this is really popular. Somebody cared enough to send this to a friend.
I will do that.
All right, I'm going to do it too. I think it's a shareable show tonight. God bless y'all. We'll see you next time. We always want to remind you, no matter what's going on in this world, we ain't woke, but we are certainly awake. God bless y'all.
Help us build the big picture family. We're on a mission to wake up the world to what is really going on. Go to LarryRagland.com to give a one-time gift or become a monthly partner. Any amount blesses the entire big picture family. While you're there, pick up our book, I See Greatness in You. Browse our merchandise store, connect on social media, and get on the big picture mailing list at LarryRagland.com. Join us and be a part of the big picture family where we ain't woke, but we are certainly awake.